It's Week 8 of the NFL. And coming up, we'll see the workhorse, Jonathan Taylor. He was steady for them on the ground a week ago, reaching the century mark and adding a score. It's the Colts and the Seahawks on EA Sports.
With Mount Rainier in the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. Today, we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Indianapolis Colts and the Seattle Seahawks. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Colts in this matchup, but with how good they have been, it's not often that we can say they come into a game truly facing a challenge. But Charles, that's the case this week.
Absolutely. What a challenge it is, because they're now coming into this one, and they don't exactly have a clear advantage, something that they usually possess in every game they play with the way that they throw the football. I can't wait to see if they change things, if they emphasize different things than we've seen throughout this season, how they go about trying to move the ball downfield.
Closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the cornerback.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Here we go, Jack.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Forced out to his left. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try to hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. How you put the offense in a position where every series...
And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. And that will be incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week, but they failed on that third down play. That brings up fourth down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
This one completes Alec Pierce.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Had to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tougher rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So roughing the passer call is accepted, and this officiating crew not making very many friends here with this crowd.
Yeah, we all know that everyone accuses the officials of kind of playing to the home team, but not in this case. They're just trying to administer the game the way it's supposed to be. That drew the flag.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Back to Taylor on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run once more with Taylor. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 17. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. It's a gain of 1 yard, and it's good enough for an Indianapolis first down. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
It's a gain of 5, but they're still deep in a hole. 15 yards still to go on third down.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0.
So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive.
And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, Are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Walker. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A play action fake. They'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
That sack, it goes to Boye Mafe.
That was their 3rd sack in the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now on to punt. Returnable for Lockett. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Now the ball now going back over to Seattle Seahawks offense. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
The Seahawks at 500, 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
And now a stoppage, and it looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Well, they come out and take a look at him. We were 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays of as this game continues.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Seahawks are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that drive span 5 plays.
And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got
it 6. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Under pressure, and he'll go down. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
They'll drop to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of. So a big call there that brings up 4th.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
And he goes out right around the 39. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and that will come the offense as they take over.
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He had the touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll search for another score as they begin here with a 1st and 10. Here's Walker to start the drive.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
But you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. He'll look to throw. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Colts getting ready to go.
The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. That's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Back to throw.
And he's got Pierce.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 39. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
Over the middle, into the hands of Woods.
And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. 1st down.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses, catch the ball, how much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. To the right side, complete to Taylor.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in coverage. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
The Colts on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's complete to Diggs.
And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. And the nimble footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. He'll drop to throw. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body.
And the Seahawks are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. How you like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you?
And Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Now back to throw. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
It's a nice zone breaker right there. Take the tight end, move him out to the slot, then have him run a corner route versus the zone coverage, which means he's going to be behind the shallow coverage and ahead of the deep coverage. Put the ball right on him.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Grover Stewart able to record his 5th sack of the season. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Under pressure, they got him again. DeForest Buckner, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Out to the right here to Shepard.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. Touchdown, Colts! Stephon Diggs with career touchdown number 75.
And the Colts are once again back in front.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field.
As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They're going to look to throw. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
Brandon, I'm not going to tell him that you called him old in our pregame meeting, but this guy has been around a long time. If there's a trick in the book, he knows it. He probably even wrote a few chapters, and this is what he's always had, and that's a nose for the football. He's able to come away here with the interception.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Shepard. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll set up a throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Sterling Shepard. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Setting up the screen here. This is one.
And it's a fumble. And the Colts pick it up. And some room to roam now. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step toward forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's got to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be.
So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Back out now comes Kenneth Walker and the Seattle offense.
He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground, and he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return.
The Colts about to go on offense one final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Diggs crossing the field and bringing it in.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Back to throw now on 1st down. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Field goal coming from Younghoe Koo.
From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that will extend their lead even further. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. We'll start our tour out in the city of Angels, Los Angeles. And this one, a 1-point game at halftime. Kyler Murray, a touchdown pass in that first half. Let's stay in the AFC West as we check on the Broncos at home in Denver. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Juju Smith-Schuster, a good game there. Finally, let's get to Silicon Valley. Check on the 49ers at home at Levi Stadium. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Cleveland Browns. The Niners trying to finish that one off and claim victory. On now to a look at the next-gen stats for the Colts in that first half. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half. Both these teams going through their final adjustments before heading back out of the locker room. Time for us to go back out to Lumen Field, where we rejoin Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Seahawk offense set to go.
They did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to call it 38 yards on the punt. No return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So here are the Colts to take over. They were losers a week ago to Baltimore, but they lead things here as they start 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
They'll look to throw here. It's hauled in by Shepard.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Complete to Sterling Shepard.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. But collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. They go play action here on 1st down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Give to Walker on the read option. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
And now a stoppage. It looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. He's got his tight end Fant. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 42. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Being chased out left. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 27-yard line. 16 yards on the play as they try to chip away at this 16-point deficit.
Okay, take us to school here, Charles. On a play like that, pretty successful RPO. What's the quarterback looking at?
Basics. He's looking at the defensive end or the outside linebacker. If that player crashes down to take the running back, quarterback pulls it, runs to the outside end. Some teams, though, will read different players depending on defenses, but basically it's that outside player.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Straight ahead, Walker. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Back to Walker on 1st down. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. An inside give to Jones. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
Jones is in. Touchdown, Seattle.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And he is in for the 2 points. And they're back within his score as the lead's cut to 8. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field.
Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now we'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw here.
A quick pass here. He's got Shepard.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. On 3rd down, here's Taylor.
Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now it's Lockett. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
On the counter, it's Walker.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the 1st.
Partner, I know we're in the era of the mobile quarterback, but there's still an element of surprise when that position keeps the football, and what a nice gain on that play.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
This is the tight end Fant. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
51 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 7 yards on the pickup.
Here's Walker.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Ronald Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Seahawks have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
Well, they no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The catch and run good for 24 yards. So 1 play and they're already just shy of midfield. Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
Still first down.
The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. He'll look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a 1-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
2nd and 15. To the right side, complete to Taylor.
And now a stoppage, and it looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
And this offense on 3rd down today, just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 11. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
The Colts send out their punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Yards that time on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. 69 yards on the ground for him so far.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down. They'll go with a keeper. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth.
He's going to keep this again.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against him throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
2nd and 11. He's got a man complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They'll look to throw. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line.
Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage. Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Bro, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ballgame. A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Here's 2nd and 8.
Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
On 3rd down, here's Walker.
He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Indy set to go on offense once more. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now back to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
Out of the gun, Walker with it.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Option play, and they'll give to Walker.
And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will make this a 9-point lead.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So the Colts now down on the scoreboard. 1:44 to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
The second one. I understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
From the gun, it's Walker.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. The second down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Again, it's Walker.
And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
Days as they'll host the Arizona Cardinals next week. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville.